So one of my unpopular opinions from yesterday was having a baby before you're ready, especially if it's unplanned, you're not married, before you're financially stable, or having a baby with a man that's a complete flying red flag, is part of you self-sabotaging. And I say this because there's a part of you that doubts that you could raise yourself up in a certain way and be successful on your own. And part of that statement, I said, it relates directly to especially situations where people say, my baby helped me grow up. I never grew up until I had a baby. My baby saved me, and things like that. And I'm definitely not putting that to the side, because a lot of people and a lot of women, yes, your child did save you. You know, if you didn't have your child, maybe you wouldn't be in the situation you are. But I want to like unpack more about self-sabotaging, especially from a woman's point of view. And I do this a lot. I want to talk about it because I think it's very important for us to realize as women, because we self-sabotage ourselves all the time. Have you ever found yourself in like a cycle, or you just feel stuck and you feel like you're holding yourself back? And that's what I feel like right now. I don't have any excuse as to why I'm not doing this, as to why I'm not working out, why I'm not making money and things like that. Other than that, I live a comfy, cushioned lifestyle and I need to kick myself back in gear. But I think it has a lot to do with self sabotaging and self doubt, which is rooted in other things that I have experienced in my life. So I'm going to unpack some of what self sabotaging and self doubt looks like, what it can do in your life, some examples of whether you can see if you are self sabotaging, and maybe just to help you realize what you need to do in order to get out of that cycle. So, example number one, relationships. Are you in a relationship with a man that you're like, I know I should not be in this relationship? Like, I have no business being here. Maybe he's not financially stable or at your right level. Emotionally, he's not. Intellectually, maybe he's not. Maybe he's just a good looking guy, and you just deep down know that, nah, this relationship is not okay. But you're staying it because why? You don't want to be lonely. You're tired of being single. You are wanting to fulfill this desire to be married or have children. And I definitely have that strong desire within me. But I have to learn not to idolize it. These type of dynamics can definitely be toxic and can lead to heartache. Another one, which I think ties into both finances and also personal decisions, is making big life decisions that inquire finances that you are not financially prepared for. So I'm going to touch on a sensitive subject, but like having a baby when you know you cannot afford a child on your own. You know, having a child before marriage, having a child when you're not in a stable relationship, having a child to keep a man. There's no baby that's going to keep no man if he doesn't want to stay. You know, it's a beautiful thing to bring life into this world, but doing it without a plan is going to leave you struggling and leave you actually resentful of the whole experience, because you were not planned, you were not prepared financially, emotionally, and physically to actually have that child. And number three, career choices, education, purpose, things like that. And I would say this is what I'm currently struggling with. Is avoiding doing certain things, just because it might be hard. Or you're afraid of failure, like starting businesses because you're scared of failure. You're afraid of what people are going to think. You're afraid of the hard work that it's going to take. We tell ourselves we're not ready, or we're not enough, or no, I can't do that, or too many people are doing that. That's as part of self-sabotaging. And I have definitely recognized this is me. Like, I'll have these brilliant ideas and I'm like, I'll start it tomorrow. I'll start tomorrow. I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes 3 months. 3 months becomes 6 months. Next thing, it's a whole year. That is self-sabotaging. Ask yourself these three questions to determine whether you are self-sabotaging. Number one, am I making decisions out of fear, intimidation, or doubt? Number two, do I have a pattern of procrastination or avoidance? That's me. And number three, am I settling for less than I deserve? Sometimes we don't even think we deserve success or we deserve certain things. Maybe you didn't have such a bad life, Maybe you're just like, my life's not that bad. I don't deserve to be that successful. I mean, other people deserve it more. Or maybe you do come from a poor background and a poor lifestyle and trauma, and you are dealing with all that, and you don't think you're worthy enough to overcome that. So this is part one about self-sabotaging and self-doubt and how we can recognize it within ourselves, especially as women. And You know, a lot of things I might say might be offensive, but if you are doing any one of these things, you have a problem and you need to deal with it. And great thing is that I have the problem too, and I'm trying to deal with it too. So let's deal with it together. Okay?